There is food in Gaza and any other claim is a lie. Imagine you're just watching YouTube and you get an advert from, guess who? The Israeli government of all people. And just a quick exploration tells you exactly who is behind this advert. Paid for by the Israeli government advertising agency, which runs directly out of the cabinet office of the Israeli government. Who's in that cabinet office? People like Bezalel Smotrich, people like Itamar Ben-Gvir, one a convicted terrorist, and the other who has basically been sanctioned by the UK government as a result of his support for the ethnic cleansing of Gaza, but also mass starvation. They say that there's no famine in Gaza, but why is this advert reaching us right now? It's because the IPC, the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification System, has suggested that over 500,000 people in Gaza are in Phase 5, tantamount to actual famine. We know, according to the Gaza Ministry of Health, that over 200 people have died as a result of malnutrition. That's not because of any natural causes, that's because of what has been described as man-made starvation. A place where over 90% of residential buildings have been damaged or destroyed. About 50% of the population of Gaza are made up of children. Now, according to the most recent estimates, we know that at least 61,000 Palestinians have been killed, including over 18,000 children. But that's not counting all the many more who were trapped under the rubble, never to be seen again, their light going out of their eyes. This is also about those who, like the Lancet study suggested, are part of the wider casualty count when we're talking about so-called collateral damage. But beyond that, we know that there was a blockade implemented by the Israeli government that caused children, whether they had cerebral palsy or not, to waste away, to die, even as there's so much food, drink, and medicine across the border, where baby formula was even denied from the very youngest Palestinians in Gaza. And beyond that, why is that relevant to the UK? Well, because, of course, we know, according to Declassified UK, Keir Starmer's cabinet, most of whom has received funding from pro-Israel figures. We know, of course, that many of them belong to the Labour Friends of Israel, which has been critiqued for having an opaque funding structure. We know that Elbit Systems UK, one of the biggest suppliers of drones to the Israeli government, could stand to get a £2 billion contract to train military forces here. The UK still trains IDF soldiers here. We still fly reconnaissance flights for the Israeli government, all despite the fact that that's a government accused of genocide at the International Court of Justice. It's a government that Doctors Without Borders, B'Tselem, so many other organizations have accused of crimes against humanity, including starvation and using food and water as described by Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International as a weapon of war. Who does that serve? And is it in the British interest for the UK government to continue supporting the Israeli one?